Welcome to video 3 of how to feel better around money. And you've done the work. You've started to feel those uncomfortable emotions around money. And you're starting to resolve those internal conflicts because of that. Now it's important to note that you don't want to feel those uncomfortable feelings so they can leave, because that's still a form of resistance of you not wanting it to be there. Right? They will only start to diminish once you welcome them and once you actually allow it to be there and actually provide the safe and loving space for it. But what you may find is that the more you process those uncomfortable emotions, the more you can do this for any emotion. You can do this for any uncomfortable emotion that comes up, whether it be fear, doubt, stress, frustration, overwhelm. You can take the time to process it, right? And as you process it, you'll just be loving that side of you, loving a side of you that hasn't been unconditionally loved yet. And what you may find is that when you start to do that, you start to access a different level of creativity, of insight, of joy, of abundance, right? You'll start to feel what it is you think the success will help you feel. And therefore it completely shifts your paradigm, where you're no longer going after success in order to feel a certain way, in order to feel a certain void within yourself. But you're now starting to feel so fulfilled internally that you're going after success just as a byproduct. So for example, I started doing this work a few months ago when I was hustling, I was working hard in my business, and I felt this level of lack, and I was working hard day in, day out because of a sense, consciously or unconsciously, to be worthy. I felt like I needed to feel as if I deserved it. And I felt this lack and I felt these uncomfortable emotions, and I decided to challenge my story around this hustle, around this grind, and around this neediness around money and around success. So I decided to meditate and do this work for 6 hours one day. I just said, you know, I'm not going to put anything on the schedule. I'm just going to sit down and meditate literally all day. And I did this work. I felt all these feelings as I sat and just meditated and just observed my thoughts and paid attention to my body. All these feelings started coming up of unworthiness and all this not deserving of it, and the stress and the overwhelm of just feeling like I needed to do something else. And as I processed all of that, a different side of me started showing up. As I resolved those internal conflicts, I developed a different level of creativity and insight. Have you ever been so on fire with ideas and creativity and flow that things just came to you? That's what's possible. That's what's within when you start resolving these internal conflicts, and it starts with processing those emotions. And that's what happened. And I just started creating all these ideas and implementing what came to me. That's how I started relaunching my Facebook group. And the ideas were just immense. And now there's about 800 business owners in there who are all collaborating, working together, formulating their own joint ventures. And I'm organizing Zoom calls where they are loving it. They're getting on the calls, working with each other. We're providing awesome value. And also, out of these ideas came this YouTube channel. And I had no clue what I wanted to do from it, no idea how it's going to benefit me. All I know is that's just what happened when a creativity came through me and it came in a flow. And that's what my heart drove me to do. That was the next step, was just to start a YouTube channel, start accessing more of the Facebook group. And so you may find the same thing. And what you might discover is that the more you access yourself, the more you start to resolve these internal conflicts, the more you gain access to who you really are, and you gain access to your heart. And therefore, when you operate from that place and you have all these ideas that come to you and come from you, what you may find is that success is just a byproduct of your heightened awareness, of your heightened vibration and your emotional state. And so feel this, feel the vibration, feel the level of creativity as you do this, as you do this work. And then feel what the next action is for you. What is your heart pulling you to do when you're not bogged down by all your stories of limitation. When you're not bogged down by your limiting stories of who am I not good enough, or I don't deserve this. When you diminish those stories by processing those emotions and loving all sides of you, even the sides of you that can fail, what does your heart pull you to do? What is the next action that you can take, that you can put on the calendar, that although it's scary to the mind, it feels right in the body? Comment below. Let me know, is it write that book? Is it start that YouTube channel? Is it start that Facebook group? Is it go out and do public speaking? Is it just jot down all ideas from your thoughts? Is it go for a walk? Is it starting to meditate every day? Is it going out and doing some exercise or changing your diet? Whatever feels called to you by a heightened awareness, by a higher level of vibration from yourself. What is it? What is that action? Right below, let me know. And in the next video, we'll see how all of this ties together. All of this ties together in terms of you accessing a different side of yourself and connecting with yourself at a different level on this journey. And what you'll find is that any business journey, any business tactic can be a success once you tap into this side of yourself. I'll see you on the next video.